All right, guys. So today we're gonna go over the 5 simple steps. They're very simple, but they're not very easy. So they're pretty hard. It's definitely not an easy thing to do to get to 10K a month from trading, but it's very, very doable. And with these 5 simple steps, you can absolutely do it. And let's say, I mean, it depends on how long have you've been trading for, but it absolutely is doable in, let's say, less than 6 months, depending on your experience and your strategy, your win rate. I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into this, but obviously these steps you can follow this simple blueprint and eventually get your first 5-figure month or 5-figure payout with these steps. Yeah. Mm, amazing. All right. So this is the blueprint to get your first 5-figure month or 5-figure payout from trading. Step number one: buy and pass 50K funded accounts. All right. So there are multiple firms that you can do this with, but me personally, I'll recommend Top Step. Okay. I know Top Step X, and Top Step are getting a lot of fucking backlash right now, and their platform is absolutely dog shit right now. But still, I think that Top Step is still the number one prop firm in the game, and they are absolutely the best option for you guys, especially now that they have the plan where you can either have a $50 per month subscription to the eval, and then 130 or $120 activation fee. But now they have the second option where you can get an $89. You can basically have an account with no activation fee, so you're paying $89 per month for the eval. Obviously, you shouldn't even, like, it's not even something like, you should not be taking more than a month to pass an eval. So, you know, pay the $89, and then if you pass the account in the first month, you obviously pay no activation fee. So that's pretty good. So you can get pretty much 5 accounts for $440 total, no activation fees. So this is a fucking great deal. And Top Step are still the number one prop firm in the game. So you can absolutely go ahead and buy 550K accounts. Me personally, I'm currently trading with Alpha Futures, and I have a code down below if you want to go get some accounts. Uh, yeah, but that's pretty much it. All right, so get for step number one: pass, obviously, 550K funded accounts, and you shouldn't really be taking more than a month to pass them. I mean, evals are pretty easy. You can enter your positions very aggressively. You don't have to wait for like a perfect A plus setup. Of course, again, all depending on your experience level. On all depends on your strategy and how you trade and all those kinds of things. Me personally, I have like at least a B plus, A minus setup every single day minimum. So I'm obviously going very risk heavy, like I'm risking 500 per trade on the evals, and then I'm, passing them. You can pass it in 2 days on Top Step. So I'm passing these evals in, let's say, 3, 4, 5 days, usually maybe 2 weeks if like the market's very slow. But yeah, so this is step number one: buy and pass 550K accounts on Top Step or any firm you choose, and then obviously copy trade them all. And once you have that, you have $250, $250,000 in funding. All right. Step number two: obviously, when you're funded, risk $500 per trade. All right. We don't want to go for fucking $100 risk, $200 risk, because that's gonna take you a lot of time to get that payout, or at least, like, make some, build a nice balance and build a buffer and stuff like that. Again, all depends on you, on your strategy, on your experience as a trader. Of course, if you're brand new, okay, I wouldn't even consider going for a 5-figure month. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Risk heavy, even on the not only on the evals, risk heavy on the funded accounts. All right, risk $500 per trade on each account. So pretty much you're risking 2.5K, right? But you're gonna make a shitload of money. Of course, you need to withdraw it and get the payout, but that's the way to get there. All right. So first of all, risk heavy on the trades. All right. Don't be a bitch. All right. Stop risking $100 per trade. This is not real money. This is sim money. Right. You're only risking $450 of your own money if you went with Top Step with the no activation fee plan. All right. And yeah, this is step number two. All right. Step number three is obviously build the accounts to $4,000 balance each, and then obviously take a payout of 2K per account. That means a 10K payout. All right. So that's your first ever 10K 5-figure payout and first 5-figure month. So it's pretty much right. So this step is very simple when you just lay it like that, but it's not easy at all, right? It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. Of course, trading is fucking hard. Managing your emotions is hard. Sticking to your rules is hard, right? So this is a very simple step, but very hard step. And this is where most traders will struggle. All right. So you gotta build your account to $4,000 balance each. All right. So that's pretty much 2K uh payout per account. You have 5 accounts, so 10K payout. And on stop step as well, if you've never taken any money before, your first $10,000, 100% of the profits go to you. After that, it's a 90-10 split. So your first 10K payout pretty much it all goes to you. And yeah, so that means if you're risking $500 per trade and you're making like let's say a 1 to 2 RR per trade, you need 4 take profits of 1 to 2. So that's pretty much leads me to step number 4, which is after your first payout, your balance is gonna be a 2K, right? It's not gonna be 0, it's gonna be 2K. So all you gotta do to make another 10K payout, all right, is make another $2,000. And if you're risking $500 per trade, that's like 2 trades of 1 to 2 RR. 2 1 to 2 R trades per month, like monthly, and you can make another 10K payout, which is fucking insane. This is why prop firms are fucking goaded, because once you know how to trade, once you can follow your rules, once you can stick to your plan, getting those big payouts is very, very easy because you're actually like you don't have to make the full 4K balance again. You can only make 2K. For example, me right now, I'm on 3 alpha futures, 50Ks. All right. So in order to take a 1.5K out from each account, right? Okay, I currently just have a set of Alpha Futures accounts. So in order to take the max payout of 1.5K from each account, I only need to make 1.5K after that payout, right? Because once you get that payout, you only need to make half the balance again. You don't need to build the buffer and then build the profits. You only need to do it one time. Like you only need to make it like half. You only need to make half the profits on the second time. So first time, you gotta make $4,000 to get that 10K payout. But once you did it once, you only need to make half of it. Because after your first payout, your balance is gonna be a 2K. So that's pretty easy. 2K, bro, is literally 2 trades. Like you're telling me you can't sit there and wait for a perfect A plus setup. All right, twice a month. Right, of course you need to have the 5 green days, okay, but once you get the balance to 4K, the winning days are nothing, bro. You can risk $100 per trade and then just go for like a 1 to 2, get that 200. Sorry, in top step it's like 150. So you literally only need to make $150 for 3 more days, and you can get a 10K payout, right? So you're telling me you. I mean, obviously you're gonna have 2 A+ setups throughout the months, and if you take them, bro, you're gonna fucking print. All right, so yeah. And then step number 5, 3, 4 trades with $500 risk will get you that 4K balance. So that's a 5-figure payout. Yeah. It's very, very simple. Again, this is like I said at the beginning. This is very, very simple. This blueprint is very, very simple. And you can copy that, right? I want you to take a screenshot, all right? Print it out, leave it as a note on your screen, on your wall, on your bedroom wall, all right, whatever you got to do, all right, even write it down on the notebook, put it on a piece of paper, all right, watch it, like follow this blueprint every single morning, because this is very, very simple stuff. Is it easy? Absolutely fucking not, all right. Making this money from trading is very, very hard, and most people will never ever get to this stage, all right, but I'm telling you, this is doable, all right. You can do it. Okay, if I did it, and he did it, and this guy did it, and this guy did it, and this guy did it, then you can do it too. All right. Of course, it's only if you actually put in the work and put in the time, back testing your strategy. All right. Going over price action, journaling your trades, journaling your losses, journaling everything. All right. Making sure you learn from your mistakes. All right. 3, 4 trades, only 3, 4 trades. Imagine this. After you pass the evals, all right, after you pass these 5 evals, you're literally 3, 4, or 5 good trades from a 10K payout, all right, from a 5-figure month, from a 5-figure payout, right? So you got to lock in, bro, and actually follow your plan. And then step number 6 is just repeat, right? Very, very simple. So just repeat it every single time. Risk $500 per trade. Build the account to $4,000, and then take 2K per account. After first payout, your balance is 2K. All you got to do is make 2K now. You don't need to make 4K, right? You only need to make 2K. So that's like 2 trades, 3 trades, right? And then you get another 10K payout, right? 5-figure payout. And then again, do it again and again and again and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then pretty much what you can do is after you secured like 2, 3, 4 10-figure payout, 5-figure payouts. I wish 10-figure payouts. Jesus. Um, After you secured a few 5-figure payouts, what you can do is instead of building the accounts to $4,000 and then taking 2K each, you can build the account right. The max payout on Top Step per account is $5,000. So after you took like 2, 3, 4, 5-figure payouts, you can start building the accounts instead of to $4,000. You can start building it up to $10,000. And once you get each account to $10,000 in balance, all you gotta do, you can literally get a 25K payout. All right. So this is something I haven't done, right? I haven't got that 25K payout. I was not able to get it yet. All right. That 5-figure, like I'm talking about that 25K max top step max payout. All right, this is a very difficult thing to do, to get your account, especially 5 accounts, to $10,000 in balance. But this is something very doable, and that I will be aiming to achieve in the first quarter of 2026. Yeah, that's the goal. So yeah, like think about it, that once you rinse and repeat like these 10K payouts, right? You can start building your buffer, like your accounts to a $10,000 buffer, $10,000 balance instead of 4K, and then you can take 5K per account. So that's 25K per payout, which is nuts. Only from Top Step as well. So it's not including Alpha Futures, it's not including Tradeify, Apex, whatever firm you want to trade, which is fucking sick. So this is the plan. This is the blueprint to get your first 5-figure month, 5-figure payout. And then hopefully, yeah, guys, hopefully this will help you guys to have a framework on what you need to do and what you need to aim for. All right. I want you guys to screenshot this. All right. Put it on your wall, screen, whatever. All right. Write it down. Do whatever you need to do. All right. And make sure you follow this, because this is the simplest, like, trading. Once you got it, bro. Like, once you learn the skill of trading, once you know what you're doing and you can do this, you just need to repeat it again and again and again, and it's yours, bro. Like, you're gonna get these 10K payouts, the 25K payouts, the 5-figure months, hopefully 6-figure months as well. And yeah, that's a goal for 2026. All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you learned and if you gotta use this. All right. Leave a comment down below if you want to say anything, and subscribe down below if you want to see my pretty face on your screen once again. All right. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.